Hi there folks, welcome to Sumitacademy. In this video, we shall be taking a panoramic view of India's internal security situation. As we have observed, the internal security of the country presents a dismal scenario. We have a fractured landscape. Terrorist groups, indigenous and transnational, are trying to destabilize the country. There is separatist movement in Jammu and Kashmir fueled by Pakistan. The northeast has multiple insurgencies. A vast swath of central India is in a state of turmoil due to Naxalite violence. Besides, the state has to contend with communal problems, caste tensions, interstate disputes, including those over sharing of river waters, illegal migrations from the east, and regional movements over a host of issues. According to an estimate, 252 of the country's districts are presently affected by varying intensities of subversive, insurgent, and terrorist activities. Out of these, Maoists are creating mayhem in more than 170 districts. Pak-based separatists have been stirring trouble in 15 districts of Jammu and Kashmir. And various separatist and secessionist movements outfits are active in 64 districts of 6 northeastern states. Every decade has seen a major problem being added to our internal security situation. Now let us look at few of the problems decade-wise. The 50s saw the northeast, this is the first one. So the 50s saw the northeast going up in flames. Fizo raised the banner of revolt in Nagaland way back in 1954, and in due course the sparks flew to Mizoram, Manipur and Tripura. The 60s saw the beginnings of the Naxalbari movement, which has today spread across 173 districts. The 70s saw turbulence in Assam with the formation of the United Liberation Front of Assam, the Alpha, with the ostensible aim to liberate Assam from India's colonial regime through armed struggle. The 80s witnessed one of the most lethal terrorist movements in Punjab, aided and abetted by Pakistan, and their attempts to revive it. The 90s saw the beginning of insurgency in Kashmir, though the seeds of trouble were already there in the wake of partition. The first decade of the 20th century has been marked by the onslaught of international terrorism in the hinterland. What was so far confined to Jammu and Kashmir has gradually become a pan-India phenomenon. The seventh, with the emergence of a global world, phenomenal use of technology and economic coupling gave birth to some peculiar threats in the current decade, such as cyber threats, technological hazards, threat to economy due to corruption and money laundering, and of course, the environmental threats, especially the problem of a receding table of water. Let us now talk of underdevelopment and extremism. The lack of development in the country creates discontent among the people, which in turn leads to extremism. This discontent and violence have been steadily mounting despite the numerous statutory and institutional mechanisms in place to address poverty. Governance-related factors that have led to the growth of extremism include corruption, lack of essential public services such as primary healthcare and education, incompetent and poorly motivated public personnel who are mostly absent from their place of posting, misuse of power by the police and violation of the norms of law, and fifth and finally, unsatisfactory working of local government institutions. Lack of proper socio-economic infrastructure among the tribal community is identified to be the major reason for their disempowerment. In fact, a committee of concerned citizens in 1997 grouped the activities of Naxalites as the struggle of the rural poor and tribal people. Of course, it's just a point of view. It recognized it as a political struggle and not merely a law and order issue. Now, this is the important part. You see, what has happened is these situations have caused a feeling of alienation and anger amongst a large section of the population. Therefore, it is essential for the state to address these causes of anger and discontent in a human and democratic manner. Well, that's it from me on a panoramic view of India's internal security problems. In the next video, I shall be discussing the need for a comprehensive doctrine on internal security. I do hope that the points I have given you are more than enough to build your 250 to 350 word answer. Remember, the UPSC examiners are pretty strict about the word limit. So always read the instructions on the number of words before you start writing your answer. Till then, dear viewers, stay cheerful and do remember to like and subscribe to my channel so that you do not miss out on any of my future videos. In case you have any doubts or you want additional videos, do remember to drop me a line at sumitacademy20@gmail.com or do drop me a comment below this video. Cheers!